clap it up. Y'all already know how we started off on ABN TV. We clap it up, you hear me? And we get straight to it. And that's what we finna do. You hear me? We finna get right to it. Everybody welcome to ABN TV, Al Normal TV. We back with another one. We back with another one. We back with another one. Yeah, we back with another one. This is gonna be a little different though. Hold on. Move my hair out the way. You know what? This how we finna do this. Cause I don't want my hair scraping against my mic the whole video, you hear me? Because this is a special video. We ain't talking about music tonight. I don't know if it's tonight for y'all, but if you down south, if you in Texas or if you in Louisiana, it's nighttime right now. You feel me? But we finna talk about something real important, real special. You hear me? All right, that's way better. All right. Yeah, real special, real important. We finna stretch our First Amendment rights tonight. It's my First Amendment, right, Age? What I'm finna do? Like freedom, free speech, that's First Amendment, ain't it? She don't know. I think it's the First Amendment though. I think it is. And if it ain't, somebody correct me. That's what we here for. We here for criticism that we can take. You hear me? But I think it's the First Amendment. I ain't gonna lie. But today we're not talking about music tonight. Nah, we ain't talking about music. Cause see, look, this the thing with ABN TV. Like, that's the whole point of me saying ABN TV. You feel me? Like, you gotta think about it when before we had streaming and all that shit. When we used to watch TV, like one channel ain't show the same thing. You hear me? Like, it's different shit. It's just different on that bitch. You hear me? So that's how ABN TV gonna be. Every once in a while, I'm gonna throw in some different shit to see if the motherfuckers that watching me, I'm just trying to see, you hear me? I'm just trying to see something. You feel me? So I'm gonna throw in something different every once in a while, just to, you feel me? Just to, you know what I'm saying, mix it up a little bit. It ain't gonna be all music, you heard me? But most of the content definitely gonna be music, for sure. Like, for sure. But tonight we got a special topic. Tonight, I ain't gonna lie, we're finna talk about something that me personally, I've been wanting to talk about this for a very long time. A very, very, very long time, actually. I just never really knew how to, like, publicly speak on it. But shit, now since we on ABN TV, like, what can we not talk about? Everything abnormal over here. For sure. So, with that being said, what we're finna talk about tonight is, why are there so many religions, but it's only one God? Let me repeat that. Why are there so many religions, but it's only one God? Right? Right? It's only one God. But we got so many religions and so many traditions. But at the end of the day, it's only one God. So why do we have so many religions and traditions? And I mean, when I say traditions, I mean our tribal cultures and our indigenous cultures. Right? Right? Like, just think about it though. Just think about it, like, for a quick second. There's one God, but there's so many religions. Why? Why if when we all die, right? Do we all go to a different heaven? And listen, I ain't questioning God, I'm questioning them, right? The people that gave us this. I'm just trying to make it make sense. And if anybody wondering, do I believe in God? Yes. And I only laugh because I deal with this shit on the daily, bro. Like, bro, it's crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all though. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I'm gonna tell y'all a story for sure. But I deal with this. That's why I feel like ain't nothing wrong with me wondering. There's only one God. Why we got so many religions? When we all die, we gonna go to different. Like, just hear me out. And I'm gonna start this off with this, right? Because I got my little notes, right? I took notes. That's how serious I am about this. Like, a lot of this shit gonna definitely come out the top of my head because of what I already know. But I do have little notes to, you feel me? Float me. Y'all get y'all popcorn, you hear me? Might roll y'all some weed off you at work. Just play that motherfucker. You ain't gotta look, just listen. You feel me? Just listen. And that's why I say tonight, we finna stretch that First Amendment. And if that ain't the First Amendment, y'all tell me what amendment it is, because I'm gonna keep it gangster. I ain't read none one of them. Be real. I don't know if it's the First Amendment or not, but I think it is. Freedom of speech. That's the good thing about 2025. And just the way the world going now. Like, you can say what the fuck you want to say. You really can. You can speak on shit that people used to be scared to talk about now. Yeah, that's the world we living in. For sure. And you know it's gonna be a good night. Cause get what? Man, good little Dr. Purple, you hear me? I got me shots. Y'all already know. I say listen. When them shots in me, I get activated. But listen, I might take a couple shots. I might have took a couple shots, but I ain't dumb. I ain't retarded. No, because we talking about something serious. But let's get to it. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop distracting y'all, cause for real though. Understand, truly, if I take the shot, I really feel like when somebody need to speak on this, for real, respectfully, I really do. And it's not a question. I started it off with a question, but I honestly have my own answer for it. I do. So let's get straight to it, man. ABN TV, man. Make sure y'all made it this far, man. Please like and subscribe. You ain't gotta comment and listen. Honestly and truly, just like and subscribe. Right now, none of that shit matters, but if y'all watching this, for sure do that. Let's get straight to it, man. There's 6 major religions, right? There's 6 of them. And honestly and truly, I didn't know it was just 6. I actually thought it was more. But like I said, I did a little research on little small things I did not know. And then I went and figured them out and I wrote them down just so that I could give you y'all facts. Like, I'm not just gonna just get on this motherfucker and say anything. Like, no. That's what they've been doing our whole life already. Getting on TV, getting on the news, telling us anything. And what we did and what we do, believe it. NPCs, computers, y'all motherfucking robots. I used to be a robot. I used to be. I ain't no fucking robot. I'm not a robot. Is it easy not being a robot? Fuck no. No, it ain't. Because you know too much. And when you know too much and you get around people speaking on things that you know, I mean, it's just simple like this. That's like going to a motherfucker and telling the motherfucker that 8 times 8 ain't 16. And they, what you mean it's not 16? Well, if you add this equation and you add that, bruh, 8 times 8 is 16. 2 plus 2 is 4. If it don't make sense, it ain't right. And that's all it is to it. It's literally simple math. That's life. I mean, that's what my experience so far I've got out of it. That's my experience that I've got out of it so far. Like, life like simple math, but you gotta understand, it's people in this world that can't even do simple math. Literally, that's life. Anyways, there's 6 major religions globally. This is globally. This is not just USA. And I'm giving y'all facts for a speak. So let's start out with the six. Let's start out with the six. Number one. And also I had when the time originated when these religions came about. It's all gonna play a role in everything. That's why I say y'all grab y'all popcorn, grab y'all weed. But listen, I don't promote weed. I don't promote alcohol. And truly, if you're not of age, don't do it. Okay. Number one, Christ. Of course, Christianity. That's the top religion in the globe. Believe it or not, it's people in places that y'all would have never even think of that's Christians. That put their hands together like that and pray to Jesus. People that can't even speak your language believe in Jesus. Yeah. That's really not surprising. Number two, and also as well, Christ came about in 30 CE. So in terms of common era, I didn't know that either, right? Because in school, all they teach is AD and BC. But Christ came about in 30 common era. So I guess year 30. I mean, you got year 1, 2, you feel me? Common era. So it came in the year 30. What came in year 1? Well, I mean, what about before they even... Well, we're going to get to that. But number 2, Islam, which is basically just Muslim. It's Muslim. And that came 610 Common Era, CE. Common Era. So in year 610, that's when the Muslims came. Number 3, we got Hinduism. That was before Common Era. Hindu been around for a very long time. Like, honestly and truly, I couldn't even find when, because you gotta think about it. It's like, it's either before Common Era or you're gonna say before Christ, right? So BC, you can either say Common or Christ. It's pretty much the same thing before Christ. Well, Hinduism was here way before anybody or anything heard of the name Jesus. Just being honest. I mean, it's number 3, but to say that it was before any common era, it's been around. Buddhism actually does have a time frame on Buddhism. And if you into like spirituality or anything religious, them Buddhists been around for a very long time as well. They actually came around 500 BCE. So this was 500 years before Christ. 500 years before Jesus. I'm not questioning none of this. I'm just, listen, I'm going off my notes. I'm going off my notes, right? I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about all of this, but I'm just going off my notes and I'm just saying facts. And if y'all think I'm lying, I mean, hey, just go look it up on your own. Just go do the same thing I did. 500 BC. 500. Okay, then we got Judaism, which is the Jews. What they say, the Jews run the world, right? Shit, they number 5 on this list. It ain't too many of them. It's powerful though. Very powerful. Very powerful. I'll just leave that at that. But it's crazy because the Buddhists came around 500 BC. The Jews came around 1500 BC. But listen, check that out. It does make sense because if you think about it, Christ, which is Jesus, was a Jew. So before Christ or baptism ever came around, the Jews was already here. So think about that. And then we have number 6, Sikhism. Honestly and truly, never heard of it. Like I say, just in my notes, you heard me? Just so that I could give y'all pretty much picture of the main 6 religions. Sikhism, it come from India. Came around 1500 BC too. So it came around the same time as the Jews. I've never met nobody I've heard of that religion ever in my life. Never. And from my notes, it's about 25 million, 30 million people that are Sikhism. Ism. I never heard of it. But hey, it's a religion. So we gotta respect it. So those are the 6 major religions. We have Christ, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jews, Sikhism. 6 major religions. So now let's go to tradition. Because religion and tradition is 2 different things. Like people say, I'm true to my religion. They true to what they live. Tradition is if I've been tying my tie the same way I've been tying it for 1,000 years, I'm going to keep tying my tie the same way. That's tradition. So these are traditional religions that are basically like indigenous and tribal because they never change shit. Just like with the Bible, you got the Old Testament and you have the New Testament. There's so many versions of the Bible because they have to dumb it down for us to understand. It's like the more we evolve, the dumber we get. So we have to dumb it down. Like we can't read the Old Testament of the Bible because they talk about thy and words that we don't even speak no more. So it's the same thing. But the thing is with tradition is they never evolved until no New Testament. The thing is with tradition is what you get is what you get. We don't change this. This is what we live. This is a lifestyle. Pretty much tradition is more of a lifestyle. Religion, you can meet somebody today and say they Christian and meet somebody tomorrow and say they're Muslim. Tradition, only because it's older. Like, you know, the things with like older things, even in these days, when you keep things for a long time, you want it to stay the same way that it down there looked when you first got it. That's tradition. That is what traditionalist is and tribal people, right? That's what that is. You feel me? So I got to break that down real quick for people that don't understand this between religion and tradition. It's definitely 2 different things. Definitely. Just like your birthday every year. That's tradition. Every year you're going to celebrate your birthday. That's tradition. That's tradition. Like, pretty much like tradition is like mandatory law. This is what we have to do. Yeah. I don't know too much about these traditions, but look, I'm just throwing it out there. The first one is Abrahamic. It's Western. So pretty much Western means where we are right now. United States of America. The land that we own, that's all Western land. You go to China, India, to those continents, that's Eastern. We're Western. So pretty much this Abrahamic Western tradition came from the States. Maybe one day I'll go do a little quick shit and figure out what it is. Honestly and truly, I don't care anything about it because I don't deal with it. But that's number 1. Number 2 is Dharmic. I ain't never heard of Dharmic, but it's Indian. I never heard of that either. Like, that's why I say these traditions, like, bruh, these people, bruh, that are in these traditions, like, they really take it serious. And people think like, oh, because you want to hide your knowledge, it must not be right. Nah. The old law is just way more strict. It's not about people wanting to hide their knowledge or anything like that, but it's just like, how can I put this? I'm not going to say that back then, if you had 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you wouldn't accept it. But pretty much like, if you had any taboo that came with you with these traditions back then, you probably 9 times out of 10 get deleted. But my YouTube ain't monetized yet. You'll get killed. They kill you behind it. So they not just finna just let anybody in it. See, like in religion, you could go and sin and then go get on your knees and pray for forgiveness. Back then, taboo meant a lot to them. It did, and it still does, honestly and truly. Believe me. Because Well, once I say this, then I'll tell y'all this. Well, okay, so then, okay, we got East Asian, which is Teok. It's East Asian. Don't really know about it. It's tradition. It's not really too much. They're gonna put information out on that because it's tradition. Pretty sure they doing their thing. They doing rituals. They doing their thing, and they don't want that out there because people see that and just speak negativity onto that when it's not even negative. Trust, I know, because I'm part of a tradition, not of a religion, but I have been part of religion almost my whole life. So that was number 4, and then number 5 is just modern. It's just Scientology, Rastafarian, etc. Shit like that. Like I got dreads, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a Rasta. I don't live the Rasta lifestyle. Like you got like those, like all that is tradition. People say they Rasta, but they don't even know if people live a lifestyle. Like Scientology, like I ain't gonna get on here and bash them people, but do I fuck with it? Hell no. People weird. Like I ain't gonna lie. I could tell y'all a story about that. Man, what the hell them people, I don't even know what they believe in. But I ain't gonna talk down on them because that's the whole point of this video. Literally. That's the whole point of this video. Like, there's only one God. So why is there so many traditions? And I'm gonna tell y'all how that fucked up everything. With like maybe some people disagree, and maybe some people won't. But my personal opinion, I feel like that shit fucked up a lot. Because listen, just get your popcorn. We're gonna get there. So last but not least, it was the modern Scientology, Rastafarian, just all that little stuff like that. I mean, if you want to go learn more about it, go look it up on your own. Like we getting in depth, and if y'all want me to get more in depth on this, then I will. But for now, just gave y'all a quick breakdown of top religion and top tradition. Let's do it. So now y'all pretty much got understanding of that. I grew up a Christian. And like, real talk, Christian. I'm like, my childhood church was True Vine Baptist Church. Like, and if I didn't go to True Vine, I go to Macedonia. Like, those are my Christian churches. And like, real life, I had a dad that was just like religious. I'm just say that. So church was mandatory for me. Like, we probably only miss church probably like once out of the month. Once, right? Once, because the church that we was going to was, both of them churches was family churches, so we was always going to church. I grew up a Christian or a Baptist, whatever you want to call it. That's what I grew up. My dad, like, I don't know, I guess you could say, like, I ain't gonna say forced us to learn scripture and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to install God in your church life. Like, I don't feel like nothing wrong with that. You feel me? But it's a way to do it. But I just feel like it ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, you feel me? My people tried. Yeah, so I grew up Christian, and then shit, after like, I'd say like 9th grade, maybe 10th grade, maybe, my daddy started bringing us to a Pentecostal church. Seriously, like a Pentecostal church. And honestly, Pentecostals wasn't in the top 6 religion. I think because they kind of intertwine with Christianity, because they do believe in Jesus. So I think that's why. But yeah, my dad like had us in like a Pentecostal church for like 4 years. Seriously. And truthfully, it was a good experience. Like, and me being a Christian was too. Like, I grew up a Christian. So I mean, I guess that's why I didn't say none of that. But I had experiences in different, I guess you could say, religions, because I grew up a Christian, and then my dad just kind of like just put us in a Pentecostal church. And the good thing about it was like, that was about the Pentecostal church, it wasn't segregated. Like, it was cool. Like, I don't have nothing bad to say about Pentecostals. They was cool. So yeah, that happened with the that was in my childhood. Okay, cool. Now I am part of a tradition, which is called Ifa. So I had the best of both worlds. And I guess that's why I feel comfortable enough to honestly kind of like, not even kind of, because shit, we in and out. Just speak on this. Like, why do we have so many religions if we all just pray to one God? Yes, God of many names, right? But at the end of the day, it's one God. And that's where we finna get started at. So now that I done broke all of this down to y'all, I done told y'all the top religion and top tradition. So let's break it down and actually try to like answer the question. Why? Like, it's only one God. Why we got 6 main religions when it's more than likely many more? And then we have 5 main traditions where there's many more for sure that I know. Like, who came up with it? So let's talk about it. Who came up with it? Who? Oh, I can answer that. Cheers, y'all. Okay. Who came up with it? Well, Christ came with the Bible. The Honorable Muhammad came with the Israelites. The rest, I don't know. But what I can tell you is they were human. Man, just like us. It was human, man, just like us. I'm finna start talking my shit. I'm telling y'all. I'm trying to start it slow. Remember how I just said with the Bible, y'all, we got the Old Testament and the New Testament. Well, who the fuck wrote the Old Testament? Who the fuck wrote the New Testament? And I'm asking, did the person that write this shit sit down with Jesus and get Jesus' words? I mean, because if in the court of law they call that hearsay. Listen, I'm not questioning God. I'm questioning them. That's why I keep saying that. In the court of law, that's hearsay. Based off what another person said, which you can't prove it. That's hearsay. Even though there's biblical things in the Bible that has happened in real life. But you gotta think about it. The shit on this earth is controlled by man. Only energy and aura is affected by the supreme God. You heard me? Only energy and aura does the supreme being really give us. This earthly shit does not come from God, right? Besides how beautiful the world is, the animals, all that, that's God. But what's going on, not God. So much to say, like, let's start out with Christ. Let's start out with Christ. And listen, I mean, like I said, I ain't trying to get y'all a history lesson, but it's a history lesson at the same time. Slavery, right? Let's go back to slavery. And I want to go back to slavery because a lot of people can't think past slavery. Or before, right? And yes, pretty much every culture, every religion was a slave at a point in their life. Like, everybody got ancestors that was a slave at a point in their life. But let's just talk about African American slavery. We didn't know how to read nor write. That's a proven fact. We didn't know how to read nor write, right? Definitely in the South, right? What's the first book that they gave us to read? The first book that they gave us to read was the Bible. They gave the slaves the Bible to read. I know y'all know how to read, but read this. Yes, master. And then they read the Bible. They thinking this shit came from God, right? All they know is work and survive. Think about it though. If you was in the shoes that your ancestors was in, and cause I know all the time I say, boy, I'd have just died. I'd have died fighting. Real talk. But on a realistic standpoint, you in your ancestors' shoes, right? You got churned, like, even though life ain't precious, but just a piece of it is to you. You ain't trying to die yet. Even though you ain't really got shit, you living on the slave plantation. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, yeah. You living on a slave plantation. You don't got shit. You seen people die. You seen people beat the fuck out of them. All the type of shit. People getting tar pulled on them with feathers and all this shit, right? Then out of nowhere, your master get hanging this book and say this shit from God. Listen. I'd believe in white folks too. This from God? This book from God? It's a God? Well, if it's a God, I need him. Give me the book. Give me the book. Give me the book. We finna hum and sum and pick cotton and pray to this God. I'm not saying Jesus ain't a God. I'm not saying that. Do I feel like Jesus got introduced to us through white folk? Yeah. Do I got anything against white folk? No. Sometimes people be calling me a coon because I respect them white folks. I ain't got nothing against white people. I'm just speaking facts. They gave us Christianity came to us through white folks. Truthfully, there ain't many black religions, but they are. For instance, my religion, and of course I'm gonna say my religion, my tradition. Of course I'm gonna say my tradition first. You feel me? I study this. I live this. This is my lifestyle. Literally. I'm not perfect in it, but this is my lifestyle. For real. I'm Ifa. IFA. That is an indigenous African religion. This shit was around before our people was even slaves. And I take deep breaths when I talk about this because when you speaking on God, you gotta speak lightly. For real. You have to. Because like I keep saying, I'm not questioning God. Because I know who God is. And even if I don't know who God is, I know how God feels. Right? I know how it feels. I know the energy. Right? I'm Ifa, and truth be told, for me it's been a good experience, but at the same time, it get hard at times being in the tradition when our people is like stuck on one thing. You feel me? Stuck on one thing. And it's good to see that our people kind of going towards like Muslim and Israelite, like, yeah, branch out from just being stuck on one religion. Like, just because you was born in don't mean you gotta die that religion. Like, me personally, I feel like as long as you living right and you praying to something that's righteous, which is your God, you're gonna make it to heaven for sure. That's how I feel. But you know, being anything but Christian and being black is hard. I'm just gonna be truthful. It's hard. It's really hard. Like it's not easy. And that's why I say this has a lot to do with what we're talking about. It's not easy. Like it's only one God. Why is so many religions? Why is it traditions and religions? Why? If it's only one God. So with that being said, why do people that feel like, oh, they believe in the right God, that they're better than you? That ain't godly. Hey, I'm Ifa, and I'm saying that ain't godly. Right? Let me tell y'all stories. The story time, I'm gonna ask a story time in this. Man, I got a big cousin, bro. I got a big cousin, you hear me? That I love to death. Real talk. Nigga fuck with him. Nigga gonna die. But I ain't fucking with my cousin right now. My cousin told me I don't believe in Jesus because I'm Ifa. That hurt me. When he told me that hurt me. And it still do, because if you believe in God, you believe in God. It's just not no in between. Like, there's only one God. It's not nobody's fault that the world that we live in, they separated us, right? They made all these traditions. They made all these religions. They separated people. Oh, you go be over here with your kind. You go be over here with that kind. Oh, yeah, this go be with that. Oh, yeah, that go be with this. I ain't make the rules. You heard me? I'm just part of this shit. We ain't make the rules. We just living in this shit, right? Right. So nobody's really at fault. So don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing no religion, no tradition. Why? Because I love God. And everybody should too. Everybody. I mean, keep it real. Y'all should. For real though. I love God. Nigga told me I don't believe in Jesus. Like, because I'm Ifa. But if you go do your homework on my tradition, if you ask me, I feel like I'm an African. I probably don't speak Arabic. I probably don't look like I'm an African. But I do feel like I had people in the past that lived in Africa and that were not on what we own right now. And I feel like ancestry and DNA live forever. I do. And I feel like consciously, you're going to get messages from your ancestors. And you're going to get messages from God. And they're going to tell you what to do and what path to go down. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. My third eye open. You hear me? It's been open for a very long time. Very long time. When he told me that, I'm gonna keep it real on the pod. Am I fucking with my cousin right now? Fuck no. But like I said, ain't nobody gonna fuck with him. But I ain't fucking with him because that's the whole reason that why the world fucked up right now. People feel like, oh, I'm this, so I'm better than you. Oh, I'm that, so I'm better than you. Oh, you ain't doing this, but I'm doing that. I'm better than you. To be honest, ain't nobody better than nobody. Just keep it real. And religion doesn't make, just because you're a Christian doesn't make you better than nobody. Just because I'm Ifa don't make me better than nobody. Just because I'm you anything don't make you better than nobody else, because at the end of the day, you don't know who that person praying to. You're praying to God. How you know that person ain't praying to God? Might not be the same name that you saying, but it's still God. And if it's righteous, that's all that matter. Energy outweighs anything. Positive energy outweighs anything. You can get on your knees and pray to the Lord every fucking day. But bitch, if you ain't right, your prayers ain't making it out your front door. And that's just the real. That's just the truth to it. That's just the real and the truth to it. They didn't came up with all these fucking religions and traditions to separate people, separate families, and separate people. And has it worked? Fucking right, it worked. Hell yeah, it worked. Look at what the fuck going on with the Palestinians and shit. Y'all, man, look, you feel me? Everything, look, it's a spiritual warfare going on. It's literally a spiritual warfare going on. And it's not about picking a side. It's really just about right or wrong. That's the world we live in. Shit about energy, bro. You ain't got no good energy. How the fuck are you think you're gonna connect to God? Because before your prayers even make it to God, the Christians believe in the Holy Spirit. My religion believe in the Orishas. Before your prayers make it to God, the Holy Spirit's gotta answer them first and make sure that it's even acceptable to go to God. Same thing for me. Just like there's commandments with Christ, there's commandments in my religion. Just like any other religion, tradition is literally abide by the same things. Just like they say, in order for you to reach God, you got to pray to his only son, Jesus Christ. Same thing with Ifa. If you want to reach the supreme being, which is God, you got to talk to his only son, which is Elaro. It's the same stories, different names. Same stories, different names. Virgin Mary, she got chose to carry God's only son. Same thing with Ifa. Same thing. Her name just not Mary. And I'm pretty sure it's so on and so on and so on. What I could tell y'all is, man, from my experience in this shit, you want to get close to God, you got to go through some trauma. You want to get close to God, you got to go through some trauma. And then after that trauma, that trauma take away your fear. And like what they say, you shall feel nothing. That's true. Once you take that fear out your heart, then from earth you can reach God for sure. Once you stop believing that demons look like fucking ugly ass fucking bugs, and realize demons walk the earth with us, that's when you can reach God. Once you realize you're not better than the next person, no matter what you do, how much money you got, who you pray to, how many times you pray, you're not better than nobody. That's how you reach God. It's the energy. Judging people, criticizing people, making fun of people, you don't reach God like that. I don't care who you're praying to. You don't reach God like that. And that's just the cold-hearted truth. You think you're praying to something, you ain't praying to nothing. This shit separated us. That's what I feel like. Because at the end of the day, it's only one God. It's so many religions, but like they say, it's only one God. And we call him many names. But the only name that I heard people not call him was God. It's only one God. Literally. And once you open your third eye, have your spiritual awakening, everything that I'm saying, it makes sense to you. Because I've had my spiritual awakening. I had that shit in 2019. Keep it real. Thought I was going crazy. For real. But I wasn't. When you getting close to God, people gonna say you crazy. But you're not. I mean, come on. We already believing in something that we ain't seen. That's crazy enough. So once you getting close to him, or the energy of God, people gonna call you crazy because you getting close to a spiritual being. And we can all get close to him if we really try and we box ourselves out of what's going on. Like, y'all ain't really seen me laugh, yell, and none of this video. I'm dead ass for real though. Don't no religion make you better than nobody. But just believe in something. And believe in something that's right. That's righteous. It's 2025, y'all. Like, shit getting real. Like, we in a spiritual warfare. Like, we at an all-time high with depression and just mental illness, period. Like, you may not think it, but God calling on his kids, man. Like, right now, God calling on his kids, man. Like, and to God, it don't matter how you reach him, as long as you reach him. It don't matter what tradition, what religion you go through to reach God. It doesn't matter to him. As long as you're faithful and you're righteous to him, that's all that matters. Like, y'all, we're living in a wicked world, dog. Look what's going on with the celebrities and the politics and the government, just everything. Yeah, I don't think that's this spiritual warfare. Well, I do. You feel me? Don't be still. Keep your mind racing. Keep your mind thinking. Figure out who you are before it's too late. Gotta figure out who you are as a person before it's too late. Find you something to believe in. What works for you, gonna work for you. What works for the next person might not work for you. Trust me. I'm E5 and I strongly believe in the Lord. And people have told me, blood, told me, I don't even believe in Jesus. But I still keep going. I don't let that shit stop me. I don't. I keep going. I do not let that shit stop me. Y'all should do the same. If y'all want me to get in detail more and more about this, I can. Like, this is just more like a wake-up call video for everybody. This is more like a, put it in y'all face type of video. Because there's more things I could have got into. But, it's just one of them videos, like, one of them things was just like, I'm coming to y'all peacefully with this shit. You hear me? Like, go do your own homework on it, go do your own research on it. But to answer the question of it all, of why we even started this pod, was if there's only one God, why are there so many religions? My answer to that is and this is me just trying to put it in a perspective to make it make sense, but I feel like there's so many religions because there's so many different people in this world. If they had just boxed us in one religion, people wouldn't be able to think outside of that religion to go learn about other things. Right? And that's the part of life. That's the journey of life. And that's why life is so beautiful. Because life ain't nothing but an experience. We just had to experience shit. All this shit temporary. Even your life. Like we all gonna die one day. Everything temporary. So we just here for a good time, not a long time. And I feel like with that separation, it make people like me wonder outside of that box. Like, why this shit like this? You feel me? But with that being said, man, that was a long one right there. That's all I got for y'all tonight, man. If y'all like this video, get with me. I know how to get with me. Let me know if y'all like it. You hear me? Trust the feedback. I would love the feedback on this video for sure. Most definitely. Y'all like the video. Please, if y'all watch, subscribe. Man, it's ABN TV, man. It's Abnormal TV, man. Anything but normal. So that's what, that's what we on. That's what we're gonna talk about. Anything. We're gonna talk about everything that ain't normal. You hear me? And the shit that's going on right now in the world ain't normal. You hear me? There's a lot of shit going on. You feel me? And with us having that freedom of speech, instead of us getting on this bitch and talking about dumb shit all the time, how about we talk about shit that's gonna guide people down the right path? I don't know. I ain't Malcolm X. I'm just Keishad. But ABN TV, man. We out of here, man.